Pixel Scenery Podcast number 19. We go to the Game Expo, downtown Toronto, on Saturday, November 6th, 2024.
Oh, so precise.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. And we're back. So Mark's gonna take it because I don't know.
Well, okay. So we had been to one other expo earlier this year. I don't think we used to cover these all the time. I wanted to get back to doing it. We literally just walked in the door, set up the computers and the mics, and yeah, we're gonna review this Game Expo. It was pretty last minute. We all knew, but I got some emails about it and stuff because I'm subscribed. And it was kind of, Dushan came up to me the other day and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the expo?" And yeah, we got tickets, $20. They were the late birds. You could get early birds for like 100 and have access to all the good games, I guess. I don't know. It was pretty pandemonium. It was really, really busy. Anyway, we ended up just hitching the bus down, got there. Pretty easy getting in. There was no big lineup in the rain at all this time, which was
that's right.
right. So, but it was cosplay crazy. I hadn't seen this many cosplay people at one Game Expo. I mean, we had been to the Fan Expo, which was crazy, but we never did. We had never seen this, but it was a lot. It was way better. It was way better than last year. They had taken up the whole space this time instead of just taking up just half of the room. And I remember talking to one of the directors, and they had crammed everything in half of that whole bunker space, or what do you call it? Just like a big factory space. Like it's a big presentation center, right? Just a big open building, and they didn't utilize the space last time. They kind of just crammed it in like half of it, and now they used the whole thing. But you still couldn't walk anywhere because it was it was just overrun. But they had all this stuff. They had amazing, cool stuff to take a look at. I really liked that the University of Toronto had brought their like video game system there. All the old classic video game systems. I took pictures of each one of them because I want to be able to talk about this. Yeah, it was the University of Toronto and the Mississauga Library had brought in. They had the Jaguar. They had the Vectex.
Jaguar.
No, the Vectrex. The Vectrex, which had like had this button which they were playing the game Mindstorm. The Jaguar was playing Rayman, which was kind of neat. Yeah, the Vectrex was just like super cool. It was just like this black dark box that had like really sharp graphics.
Yeah, it looks very awesome.
Yeah. Jet Grind Radio on the Sega Dreamcast. I was playing that for a little bit. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. The graphics are cool. They had TurboGrafx 16 set up. Oh man, it brought me back. What was the game here? Boxy Boy. I've never played that one back in the day. Yeah. They had the Atari VCS with Pitfall. I played a little Pitfall, got almost past the alligators, but it was pretty annoying to play. The system was in television. The game was Burger Time. It looks a lot like a Donkey Kong kind of scenario. That had two controllers. The controllers look weird. They have wheels on them.
Yeah.
The Sega Saturn, they were playing Virtua Fighter, which is sick. And then
I wish they had like better CRTs with
but like TVs too were classic.
I mean, they look very cool. Like
all the setup. I didn't have any disagreement with any of this. But Farchild Channel F was another system they had. It looked like these 8 tracks that looked like games or cartridges. But it was an impressive setup. I was into that. Got to check that out. Then we slowly kind of moved into to where like the developers were, and like kind of checking out more of that before we decided to go get the game. But like, what were we out for? Like for me, I wanted to check out. I'm always on the checkout for weird like cheap like prices. There was one Joy-Con that was going for $10 that I passed up. But I kind of feel like I should have bought that Joy-Con for $10.
But he was like, I
He
think it
He
works,
said
right?
no way of charging it, so he doesn't know if it worked, and it would have
Yeah.
totally would have drifted because it's been sitting in a. I just thought it's been sitting in a box with like 1,000 other controllers. It's not.
Yeah.
But besides that, I wanted to see if I could find like a cheap, maybe get a physical Switch game of something that was worthy of playing because I have a lot of games, and so like what I wanted to get like maybe a cheap. If I could get a cheap version of Zelda, I would have gone for it. But
Yeah,
there's
that's
no chance.
possible.
Echoes of Wisdom was like in one. There like this Expo had more Switch games than I've seen other Expos have.
Oh, there were guys that were practically all Switch games. That was nice to see. Yeah.
But kind of what happened recently to Deshaun is that he found this Xbox 360 on the street and so
Oh, yeah.
gave it a new home, and now it's time to like beef up all the 360 games, and so they like every single booth had Xbox 360 games.
Yeah.
I don't know which ones you were looking for. You were looking for the Street Fighter, or sorry, the Ninja Gaiden.
No. Yeah, but that one it was like $50. I'm like, yeah, they're not as cheap as I thought it would be. I didn't see any discs like loose discs either, but I got some good like Fable and a Tom Clancy game for like $5 both.
That's awesome.
Halo for 10, Gears of War for 10. It's all right, and I mean I'll try them. Like for me, it's like they don't run at 60, but I never really played those games. Like just Halo by once, so I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's these things always like you always get like kind of surprised when you're walking down and you find it. There's different vendors next to like all the games are usually packed next to each other, but then they'll throw in some kind of art vendor that's selling pictures of anime. There was a lot of other stuff here that I wasn't totally into, but I was impressed overall. I like getting amiibos too. I found a Pikmin amiibo that I really wanted to get, but they didn't take like debit, so I couldn't get it. So
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but I know that it's out there, and you would see like on one booth it would be like $30, and then you go like across the way and you find another booth and it's like half the price or like less than half the price for the same amiibo. You know.
Oh, dude, I bought the Gears of War. The box was in awful condition, and then I see the same one for $5, pristine, and I'm like, well, fuck.
I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. There's
Yeah.
there was a bunch of people that we've seen there before, and then there was a whole bunch of new vendors that we had not seen before. A lot of the art I was super like into. They had this big Nintendo rug that was just the Nintendo logo.
Dude,
It was a rug, and it was so awesome. Selling other rugs too that were kind of neat along with it, but like that one was
no, that one and those like logos made of like 3D printed logos look amazing. But as I was mentioning, I don't know. I'm in a part in my life now that I just don't really want more like decorative video game stuff.
Yeah.
I would buy more if I had a room for it. But it's like my whole living room, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I have enough. Like I can't just keep putting Nintendo stuff around. Like but if I had a man cave or a proper game room, I would buy that rug. I would put it on the wall. Amazing, yeah.
I liked it. There was one the oversized N64 cartridge, which I thought was awesome. It was like
those, yeah, the 3D printed one. They were the guys with the logo, like awesome. Like it was gigantic.
And you had the hoverboard too from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome. I don't know. Those were kind of neat.
I mean, I liked it. It was well divided. Like half was like vendors of random fandom stuff, stickers, anime, pins, whatever.
Yeah,
and then like half was like collecting.
Yeah,
you know, like toys and video games. So it's perfect. And they opened the whole thing. But it was so crowded. They should do 2 days.
Yeah, like I mean,
they can do 2 days.
I thought that another art that's worth mentioning was the one of the maps, the overhead maps of like Sky.
Oh, that beautiful!
You saw multiple different booths that had that.
Yeah,
it's great to see those popping up. You know, I'm at going for patches and pins. They make all these jackets with pins and patches all over them. I had my Star Wars jacket on today.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I ended up finding a couple cool pins. I ended up picking up from this guy called Luck Day. He had 2 pins. I got a Squirtle. That's like a sushi Squirtle. This Squirtle's like a sushi. He's got the sushi wrap. The seaweed wrap around him. He's like a little sushi.
Squirtle.
Oh, Squirtle. And then what was the other one that I got? Where was it here?
Hollow Knight.
Yes, that's it. Hollow Knight with
Yeah,
the shadowed Hollow Knight,
yeah.
and you
You
like
can barely see it.
yeah,
I mean, it's good that it's not a black jacket.
they're really cool and like light strands on it.
Right.
Yeah, and then I got like I went to this other guy who had awesome patches. What is it? A KFU supply company.
Oh, let me see it.
Yeah, he probably was like the best patch guy out of the whole thing. There really wasn't many guys that were doing patches there. Like there was a bunch of people doing pins, and soft pins are becoming a thing too, which is
Oh, dude,
weird.
I was surprised. I'm like, I don't like them, and they were like, I don't remember really seeing them, and they're becoming a big thing now, right?
It's just again, it's a new style thing. I would never thought it would like caught on it, but I guess it is. It's like, but yeah. Anyway, that what is it? That KFC,
KFU
KFU. It's pretty close to, but KFU. But yeah, no, he has these three. This like wicked one. I was Eat the Rich with a swamp thing. Guy on it. There's like a sweet skull that's got like it looks like a Grim Reaper kind of hoodie on that's like speaking electric like lightning bolts. And then there's a Married with Children patch with Al and Peggy Bundy. It says relationship goals, and he's awesome. I know I like the selection. There he didn't have a full board though. I wanted to see a little more of what else he could do. I could check it out, like up
Yeah,
and stuff, right? On the Insta, check it out. Um, we also had met the TMNT collector. I posted a photo of me on Instagram with me. He had a 3D printed like Krang's head.
oh yeah,
He was pretty cool. I asked him if he had played Splintered Fate. He said he hadn't played it yet, and I'm like, oh man, game of the year. I'm just saying it right now. I'm putting it out there. Game of the year.
shoot. Yeah,
There was a bunch of free swag. I came home with a whole pocket full of stickers, and it's great. And it's I mean, they were selling their the t-shirts, like the Game Expo t-shirts for like $30, and then
yeah.
tote bags for like 15. It's like, no, man, you give me that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do your work for you. Like I'm not gonna be an advertisement. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yeah,
It was cool to go around and we met some developers. One in particular, where is it? Goddamn.
yeah,
Age of Allegoria.
yeah.
Sorry, the Edge of Allegoria. My bad. Yeah. We were
It looked like a Pokemon game.
yeah.
It looked like
It
a
really reminded me of
Pokemon game.
Earthbound.
Yeah, and it had the same battle look, but it said on the like they had like a standing poster like this is no fucking kids game, and I don't know why he felt like he had to do that, maybe to be like, oh, this is just for kids, but it looks awesome. We talked with him a little bit.
Yeah, he told us
Um,
he had been working consistently on this for 3.5 years. And
yeah, and solo dev, like
yeah, and
everything.
they've been doing games since he had been 14. But yeah, no, it was. I can't wait to see because there's a demo coming out on Steam. Really, it's going to be dropping soon, and hopefully it gets on consoles. Because I mainly play on Switch. But
Yeah,
it's great to see people have their dreams come true after hard work. And yeah,
yeah. I hope it says I talked to a guy making a game called Quantum Joe. It's like arcade, like you have to just grab some diamonds or something. But yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, people are busy. It's busy. But if I have the time to talk to someone that I see when I see something interesting, I would have loved to talk to whoever did that first person, low poly, whatever. But there was no one around. I'm like, okay. But also that this guy for the Age of Allegoria, like he had a proper setup with it was all green like the game.
it's all themed out.
Like
Yeah.
pixel like beat pixel art, like nicely done, a poster, everything looked and matched.
Yeah, and he was
Like there's a concept and like a brand, and everyone else is just like this dirty laptop. Like, yeah, okay, try it.
oh yeah,
And it makes a difference. You don't have to like. It's not about the money. It's more like this is the logo, and this is the like having a little. You need those elements to like tie it in and be like, oh, this guy's gonna make it.
it gives
Like,
you something to be excited about. Like there's other
Yeah.
games that felt like kind of run of the mill. Not to be like knock them. Like there were some awesome games that looked around there like that we're seeing for the first time. And this guy had
Yeah.
like the most being like he was kind of sticking out.
Didn't look like just like a table with a monitor, you know. Yeah.
So shortly after that, I had to go to the ticket line because the raffle ticket line was forever, and it took forever. And all people had to do was put tickets in a bucket, and I don't know why it took so long, but that took forever. And they were giving away like a couple different gift certificates to like barcades around town, and the winning one was the OLED, right? So, but whatever, we'll see who wins. I really wish that Deshaun had gotten a picture of Star Fox because there's this guy walking around with this Fox helmet, and I asked Deshaun if you want a picture of Star Fox, and you're like, no, I don't know.
Oh, I was in the right for
The
Star.
cosplay was crazy.
Yeah.
Like there was some people that had like it was on point, and then there were some people that were just okay. You're showing us way too much cleavage. There's kids around here, like too sexy. Like calm it down just a little bit, because it's getting things mixed. You're mixing the wires here. It's getting. This is how it happens. This is how porn happens. I guess I don't know.
Eventually, it evolves into that.
Yes, yeah. What'd you think of the singing competition?
Oof, I mean, Canada's next top talent is their like next top singer. I mean, I don't know. It's like karaoke, but with costumes and people dancing. I guess. And I'm like, well, good for them. There was a lot of people that looked interested. They were shooting them in like nice cameras, or
It's true.
I'm like, all right, like go for it.
But I couldn't figure it out. I'm just like,
Oh, me neither. And I think yeah. You think you like know nerdy shit, and then you're like, whoa, still
like you just don't
next
know.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had vinyl there. Oh my god, the vinyl. Every single record was $150. It's like even $60 would be too much for these records. Like I'm like, okay, it's Mario 2 soundtrack, cool, but like, give me a break. $150.
Yeah.
150. Okay, but they had some good they had some interesting picks. You had like Donkey Kong Country 2. You had Final Fantasy 7. You had they had multiple different presses of Smash Brothers with different covers. Right, so they must have done a whole bunch of different, but I think a lot of these were unofficial presses.
Maybe,
but they're still $150. Like you're not selling any.
I wonder if they're just like this is expensive, or if it's just like the manufacturing is too expensive.
I don't know. I've seen better.
Right,
it's the only vinyl that was there, and I've seen better vinyl last Fan Expo that Sonic Boom had decided to put together. But this was just like this is a huge ripoff. Like I'm sorry, I'm not paying $150 for unofficial press.
It's a huge rip.
Yeah, like the rug is around the corner, and I could spend like $60 and get the rug or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't I would like to get. We were talking about if I were to get like a handheld game, they could probably be one of those new improved. They always you always see a new kind of Game Boy out there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Depends on what you want to play.
I never saw so many Super Game Boys in my life until this Expo. Still no Power Glove. Still no Power or Power Pad.
Yeah. You're right. I don't think I saw a single Power Glove.
There's no Power. Every Expo, I in my head, I'm like, where's the Power Glove? And there's no Power Gloves to be found at all.
I love the Power Glove. It's like almost I love magic.
Yeah.
I love the Power Glove.
Everyone's just using it for a fashion accessory now, and it didn't even do it for anything except for Top Gun.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, it was a quick to check out. I wish I had $1 million. I could go and buy all the games. I mean, you saw Dracula X there for $2,000. Who's buying that game for $2,000? That's the most brutal ending. Brutal.
Okay, like if you have $1,000 to spend and you had to spend them at the expo, what would you spend it on? You think?
This is the thing. Is that's what I was thinking. Buy one of those slick new Game Boys, and then just get a pile of dirt cheap Game Boy games.
You go get a Game Boy. You spend $1,000 on Game Boy.
Maybe I don't know. I mean,
or Game Boy Advance.
Easy to do. I would maybe get a Super Nintendo. And
if you get a Game Boy Advance, you can play Game Boy as well. So that's more convenient.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or if I get a SNES, I could still play Game Boy because I could put the
Yeah, but
Super good.
I know. And then you're gonna be playing with a fucking cabled controller. Like, fuck that.
They should gotta fix that. Why?
What?
They gotta fix the cable controller thing. Like
What? They fixed this.
they got no.
Like,
I know
console
it's a big
generation.
deal to make it so you can use your SNES.
Oh, you can. They sell the wireless SNES controller.
Back transparent SNES.
Oh, gorgeous.
It was amazing.
$300. Again, I mean, I think, fuck, if I had 1,000, oof, tricky, because I'm like, well, if I buy a Super Nintendo, then I'm gonna be, well, I should have a 64 also, and then like I should have an NES. But maybe I would have spent it on, I don't know, gaming PC or a part of it.
You know what I've also noticed is not enough VR.
There was a little bit.
A little bit. Like there was one being featured, but like no for sale.
Yeah, there was
Not
one
like-
dev that had the VR game, and she was dressed as the character, so I wonder if she did it or was the inspiration. But it keeps just getting better and better, and I think next year maybe they'll do 2 days, because it can do it. Like there was a lot of people, like everything was bigger, like playing everywhere where they were playing they were just playing video games, like I don't know if they were doing a tournament, Duck Hunt, arcades, like
yeah. The Duck Hunt tournament. And then there was a Tekken tournament. And they also, what was the other tournament that they had? But they had all the consoles were sick. I finally got to see Street Fighter 6. They had Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition just hanging out. You could play.
Yeah.
Like that's sick. And like the fact that like nowhere in Toronto has that,
Yeah, they don't have.
I wanted to mention Podstars were there too, and they've got talking to them. Apparently these guys are in the Podstar or in the pod community, and would like to give them a shout out because they were hanging out and they seem pretty cool. So hello, Podstars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool you had a booth. Yeah, they had like those 2 games too in the arcade section that were bringing back Guitar Hero, and then they had like Drum Hero. I wanted to play Drum Hero, but everybody was loving it too.
No, it's called.
It didn't have
Guitar. It wasn't Guitar Hero. It was Guitar.
It was a Guitar Hero. It was something else. Yeah.
What was the name? Yeah, I know they have that. Yeah. Well.
Oh, it's called Drum Mania, and I think a Guitar Mania.
No, it was.
No, Guitar Freaks Volume 8.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Guitar Freaks Volume 8, and then the other one that had the same logo, look like the same.
Drum Mania.
Yeah, it was called. Yeah, and then the Drum Mania of version 8, and the drum. I don't know. Like, it looks like there's a ton of songs. Like, I'm just looking at my photo, and it's like got like the scroll of all the different songs you can do.
Oh, dude,
seems like
you're gonna have to spend like a good hour playing all the arcade games.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Right.
board game focus in this actually too. Like they had a board game competitions going on. People were just hanging out playing chess. Like,
Yeah.
in that one little area. Not many boutiques just selling board games, only a couple, but it was still cool to see all that happening. I was just checking out like the Street Fighter cookbook and the World of Warcraft cookbook, official cookbooks.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they had like Scott Pilgrim coloring books. There was some cool stuff. Yeah, I got this hilarious photo of like this chicken with a bat and like a guy
That's the one from Hotline Miami. I didn't see him. Wait, show it to me again.
Yeah. So I posted that up.
He's the guy from Berserk. Fuck, I didn't see him either. Damn, that's pretty good.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, we'll post that up on the gram or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, send it to me. Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, it was a good time. Until the next one.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.